Hello and welcome to the Loose Lugnuts Racing League. I'm Matt Egan, joined by the fantastic Miss Katie Dugas. How you doing tonight, Katie?
How is it going?
It is going really, really well. Getting ready for an exciting night of racing here at the Martinsville International Raceway. It is championship night for the Bump and Run Super Late Model Series. And I tell you what, these drivers have put on a great show all season. I raced with them week one and finished third. And, you know, they've just been having at it the rest of the season. And I tell you what, it has been some good racing. Going to take a look at the points really quickly because, of course, championship night points are a little bit important. Kevin Winter leads by 23 points over Jeffrey Merck. Now, Katie, you've been following these guys all season long. Is that pretty much a guaranteed championship for Kevin Winter?
Not necessarily. If Mark gets a really good run tonight, he can overtake him. But just watching the caliber of driver that Kevin Winter is on these short tracks, I would say projected, that's your champion.
Now, what is your definition of very good run? Give me a definition there. You say Kevin Winter out of the race and Jeffrey Merck wins, or Kevin Winter still in the top five, but Jeffrey Merck going to victory lane? Or do we have to see Kevin Winter pretty much fail here tonight?
Yeah, and that's a hard thing to do. Unless something really significant happens in front of him, I don't foresee that happening because, like I said, he's got these short tracks figured out. He's good here. So is Merck, but I think Kevin Winter would have to get spun out extremely early and not have the potential to get back up front or, not even finish to be able to not win.
Yeah, so it'll be really, really hard for that situation to happen, for Kevin Winter to lose this championship. So almost a mathematical lock. Topper Dugas, 8th in the standings right now, going through the haulers. Maybe trying to find his way back to his. And looking Jeremy Crandell on track as well. Ronald Klein, Travis Browder in the field here. 2 minutes left to go till we go green. 130 laps here tonight. What's your prediction that we see here?
Oh, man, I hate to say it, but probably a good bit of cautions. Some of these guys are just really good on short tracks, but a lot of these guys have come out to support Loose Lugnuts, so they weren't necessarily familiar with these cars on track. It's a lot of power with a little bitty space. So we've seen a whole lot of cautions, but it's still been some awesome races over the last 7 weeks.
And right now, 1 minute left. Your pole sitter at the moment is Randy Arms. Mitchell Reeves 4th. Jeremy Crandell. Topper Dugas burning it down in the garage area. And Ronald Klein finally coming out for his qualifying run. And it's really interesting situation for Ronald Klein right now, trying to see him make some moves in qualifying, see where he lands himself for the start of the race here tonight.
That's another one who's pretty good on these short tracks. We don't get to see him out much because he does do so much of the admin stuff, but he's definitely been a really good one to watch and gives these guys a run for their money.
Yeah, that's for sure. He definitely does. Ronald Klein, a fast driver when he gets the chance to race. Currently 9th out of 11 qualified drivers. Travis Browder, the only driver not to set a time, which is pretty interesting to see.
I'm just excited he got that 18 number.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's back out on track, back in the 18. Should be fun to watch. And Mitchell Reeves gets ready to lead us to gets ready to be in row number 2. Randy Arms and Kevin Winter, of course, will lead us to the green here. About 22 seconds left till we go racing. And Mitchell Reeves trying to do a little bit of a drift there. Kind of worked. So it's some pretty interesting thing to see right there. Well, pace car getting ready to come out. Qualifying now over. Here's your starting lineup here from Martinsville. Randy Arms, Kevin Winter, row 1. Row 2, Ken Richardson, Mitchell Reeves, row 3, Jeffrey Merck, Justin Michael, Bob Eldred, and Jeremy Crandell, Ronald Klein, and Topper Dugas, Andrew Fesden, Travis Browder round out your field. 12 cars strong, 130 laps, the advertised distance here at Martinsville International Speedway. Hopefully a pretty caution-free race. Oh, messed up my words there. No, I don't want cautions.
You were speaking in cursive.
Yeah. Yeah, I said that one backwards. Randy Arms, your pole sitter here, and he ain't lifting, but he might have to go into these corners. Just my thought there, you know?
Yeah, whenever he gets a chance not to lift, he's going to do it. And early on in the season, we gave him a hard time because one of the races, it had happened, and he stayed on it. I mean, had just plowed through 2 or 3 drivers the week after he showed up and had I ain't lifting on his car. Been there ever since.
And right now, you can see here, getting ready to go racing. And, you know, I think Randy Arms got a great shot to win this, as does, of course, really anyone starting up front. Martinsville, a little bit of a hard track to pass at. I heard one of the drivers saying earlier that they're locking up the tires a pretty good amount here tonight. So the question is, do you think that'll be a factor here?
I don't think so. Like I said, some of these guys just have it figured out. Some of them are still struggling, but we're going to see a lot of tangles. But, you know, that's the whole part of this series being called the bump and run. There's going to be some bumps and there's going to be some runs, but, you know, they keep it going. So what if we have a few cautions? It's really been a good time.
That is for sure. Cars getting ready to roll off here. Some of our camera angles for tonight will include, not that one, will include that onboard camera, our in-car camera looking out the front glass, and our new helmet cam, which you can see on the other cars would be an unobstructed view, but of course the super late models have a absolutely massive front window, or rear view mirror rather, so you can kind of see what the driver sees, but not so much. But yeah, so those are our 3 kind of new camera angles for tonight. Of course, onboard cameras aren't really any new, but we do have that new in-car cam. Checking out In with Randy Arms right now, who again starts P number 1 here outside of Kevin Winter, who is looking to be your champion here. Randy Arms in the 83 Octane Race Products car. Don't forget, vote for the Octane Race Products Driver of the Day. Vote by putting the driver name or number in the YouTube chat. Katie Dugas will call the green here from the paperclip of Martinsville, Virginia, as they come down the backstretch for the second time here, and they'll get ready to go racing.
All right, pace car down. Randy Arms to the inside. Kevin Winter is probably not going to waste any time here, but Randy waits, and we're racing.
And really great start there by Randy Arms. Side by side, the entire field is as they go down the backstretch. And Randy Arms, still your leader. Kevin Winter, second, third place. You're going to be looking for none other than Ken Richardson. And we got our first wreck. It is Jeffrey Merck in a single car crash, though he had a second car help him out. Jeffrey Merck actually had his own issue. Get a closer look at that Winn-Dixie Toyota Camry here. Made contact with Mitchell Reeves, got spun around, and a little bit of damage on the front nose of of the 38 car, Bob Eldred, in that Show Tiger machine. Love the logo of that number 38 car. Got a little bit of damage on his right front now, so we'll take it to a quick caution cam. We'll be right back. Randy Arms, your lead. Well, double them up and let's try it again. 7 out of 130 laps down. We'll go green lap number 8. Katie, once again, I'll let you get the green here.
All right, looks like 2 more corners. Pace car down. Randy Arms probably not going to waste any time here, but I think Kevin Winter's going to be on his toes a little bit more now. Randy Arms fires off. Kevin Winter close on that quarter panel.
Yeah, good running there for the race lead, but it is still Randy Arms side by side. Ken Richardson makes contact with with second place. They go into the third corner. And Ken Richardson trying to take second. Can he do it? Down the front straightaway. It is still Kevin Winter in second. Ken Richardson looking for it, not having it yet. Off of turn number 2, it's Ken Richardson up to second now. Kevin Winter tries for the cross. It's not going to happen. Kevin Winter, I don't know why he's going to be so aggressive there. I wouldn't do anything that's going to jeopardize his chance at winning a championship. Mathematically, as long as he finishes this race running, he should have it won.
Yeah, but this is Kevin Winter we're talking about. Whether this is lap 1 or 129, he is going to run it going for first. It does not matter. He is just that aggressive of a driver.
Well, Kevin Winter, 2 wins this season. Randy Arms, 2 wins. Jeffrey Merck, 2 wins. All these drivers tied for wins. The question is, who gets win number 3 at the moment? Looking for Randy Arms. And it looks like Jeffrey Merck asleep at the wheel all the way back there. 10th out of 12 drivers on the speedway. Looks like Browder gets by Fesden. Travis Browder
Justin Michael
in that
had
Mobil 1 Toyota Supra. Michael might have had an issue.
He did. He got a little loose coming into that corner, which left Eldred able to get that pass, and that's going to put Dugas right there trying to get up close.
Yeah, Topper Dugas there trying to get up to him. Justin Michael trying to get by or trying to hold off Jeremy Crandell. It's not going to work. 3 wide for a minute. Ronald Klein thought better of it. There's going to be another crash. And Topper Dugas into the garage area.
I guess I need to tell him that's not the way to get into the pits.
You know, I kind of saw that coming from a mile away there. You saw the 3 wide with Ronald Klein. Situation that kind of works until it kind of doesn't. In with the 87. Klein got a piece of that contact. Topper, of course, heavy right side damage, and then backs up into Ronald Klein trying to get that car going again. So, a lot of damage on that 33. A lot of damage on Ronald's machine there. The question now, I don't know, do they have a fast repair? I think they have 1 here. I believe 1, right, Katie?
I think it's 1, yeah.
So if they have 1 fast fix, they're going to be okay, but, you know, they're going to go a lot of laps down here, given the fact that we're not having a caution. I'm really surprised there wasn't a caution thrown for that. So they'll both get a fast fix. They'll both be out and away. Topper actually electing to go for his pit stop here, which I think probably going to be only pit stop of the night. Maybe we'll see 2. But he's going to go so many laps down because of this. I really don't think it's going to help him in the long run. I think he's in a bit of a tough spot now. Bit of a bad spot.
He's struggled a good bit when it came to these super lates. But, I mean, he's given it all he's got. I do know that. But, you know, it's been a difficult series for sure.
Side by side there, Ronald Klein looking to lose a second lap. And there it goes. Out the window. Ronald Klein now 2 laps down to Randy Arms. That leaves us 10 drivers. Andrew Fesden, the last driver, up on the lead lap. And about a straightaway behind our leaders. He's into 1, and the 83, of course, into turn 3. And Ken Richardson still 4th, or Ken Richardson 2nd, kind of pacing the field behind him. But Randy Arms broken away to about a 2nd and a 3rd. He's got a really good run. Topper Dugas just sitting on pit lane now. I think that might be it for the night for him. What's the word on that one there, Katie?
I was kind of looking over my shoulder to see. I think he's playing spectator tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say after that, especially having to pit there, I was going to say I think that's probably the end of his run there.
Well, it's really hard to come back. I mean, these short tracks, yeah, we're going to see cautions, but going so many laps down, I mean, it would be nearly impossible to get back up towards the top there.
Yeah, without a doubt. And again, just really unfortunate for him. He was having a good run, but I guess that's how it goes, you know. But right now, Randy Arms leading by a considerable margin. What's your bet there? You think Randy Arms can wind it up in victory lane?
Oh, I believe it. I've seen him on dirt. We've seen him on the asphalt, and just about every vehicle. He's good. There's no other way to slice that other than he is an amazing driver.
Yeah, it'll be, he's a great driver. It's just a question of can he hold out strategy-wise, and that's going to be really the hard thing to do,
Yeah, but he goes into this with a knowledge. I mean, he figures up all of his fuel, his tires. He does all that ahead of time. He preps, he studies, whereas Winter's, I mean, he has an idea of it, but I don't think he studies it near as much as Randy does. And I think once Winter gets around Richardson, it's all going to be downhill from there.
Yeah, that is for sure. And you see Kevin Winter there still stuck behind Ken Richardson. I don't really see him making that pass anytime soon. I don't know about you, but I think Bob Eldred might be able to get by Reeves. Jeremy Crandell back there behind Merck. Michael all by his lonesome. Browder and Fesden as well, just sitting by themselves right now, about 100, or closing in on just 100 laps to go. So not a lot of racing left, really.
Not really, but I see him going for this pass pretty soon, if not in the next lap or two, because he does not want to be tied up back there. And just as I say that,
yep,
there he goes, passing for second.
And that'll open the door for Mitchell Reeves to get up to Ken Richardson. This kind of can start the freight train for someone here, and it can really end badly for Richardson here now, depending on how this goes. We're going to go actually in-car with Mitchell Reeves here and kind of watch this one unfold. What do you think's going to happen, Katie?
Mitchell Reeves has been another one of those that's been really good this season. I guess he's used to this kind of stuff because he's a clean driver. He doesn't do anything super overly aggressive. Him being teammates with Kevin Winter, I see him trying to make this pass here shortly, and these two just trying to work their way up to the front as fast as they can.
Yeah, that's definitely a good assessment of things. Mitchell Reeves all over the back bumper of Ken Richardson. Richardson doesn't want to give up another spot. 30 out of 130 down. Next time by, 100 laps to go. So Ken Richardson leading the field, well, leading this group, I should say. And Mitchell Reeves still all over his back bumper here, looking for the pass. Looking for an opportunity at the pass, and it really just hasn't found it yet. Martinsville, again, not an easy track to make a pass happen. Definitely a difficult track to pass at, and you can see here he's really just working it any angle he can. Trying to get onto him, We'll go to the gyro cam for a second, looking on that helmet. Looking at the visor here now. And on the visor camera, you can see pretty much more of the same story. Just nowhere to pass for Mitchell Reeves. Very difficult to make a pass on anyone here at the moment. You see the way he's moving his hands. You get a little bit of a better view of the steering wheel there, and you can really see the car cranking about 4,000 RPM, 4,500 down the backstretch. Or actually, she'll go up to about 7,100 going into the corner. And just hitting the chip. He's doing everything right, just can't make the pass. What do you think?
I think he's being patient right here. Whereas Jeff Merck has moved up tremendously. He went for that pass on Bob Eldridge, got a little bit loose coming out of one of those corners, but he's going to be gunning there from Mitchell Reeves here shortly.
Yeah, if Mitchell Reeves doesn't make the pass, Jeffrey Merck, well, he just might make that pass. We watch Merck all over the back end of Mitchell Reeves now. And Randy Arms still out ahead of the field, 36 laps down. And 130 laps your distance, don't forget. And Merck looked for it, thought better of it. It's kind of the story of the night so far. It's like the driver looks, doesn't go, you know?
Yeah, they're being extremely cautious tonight. I don't know if that's because Merck's trying to run for that position and potentially try to get a hold of Winner, but, you know, definitely being cautious. Mitchell Reeves getting really close right there and going for the pass on Richardson.
Yeah, Reeves will get the spot. And it looks like Merck doesn't try to be aggressive. He just tries to hold his own. And I'm surprised by that because there was an opening there on Ken Richardson for Merck to kind of stick his nose in. He'll do it this time, but I was surprised he didn't go for it initially.
Yeah, like I said, maybe he's just racing cautious tonight because he's going for position and trying to gain up every possible point that he can. But I think any other night he definitely would have not lifted.
Oh, contact Ken Richardson, Bob Eldred. Door to door, they almost spun out. And they both wound up saving it, but that was a really close situation with Ken Richardson there. And Ken Richardson actually falling back now significantly. Bob Eldred going to have even more right side damage to that 38 car. He can't really get out of his own way, or really other drivers can't get out of his way, I should say. It's not his problem. It's the other guys that running into him. Andrew Fesden still bringing up the rear of the field. Randy Arms, your leader, goes down the backstretch. Fesden starts the front straightaway, so there is literally a straightaway difference between these cars. They're about half a track difference.
Meanwhile, Mitchell Reeves got the pass on Kevin Winter. Merck just ducked down to his inside, and Winter is now hung all the way back into fourth.
Well, you know, he might be in fourth, but I still think he's the championship driver right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But to see him fall back 2 positions that quick is kind of surprising.
Might be a matter of just playing it conservatively. You know? He might just be trying to play it safe, potentially. And a little bit of a contact there between Winner and Merck there. Jeffrey Merck trying, I guess Kevin Winter saying, hey, get out of my way. I want that spot back. And, Jeff Merck saying, no, I want to keep it. So it'll be a little bit of a conflict between these two drivers for that position. 45 laps in now. Kevin Winter still pretty much guaranteed to be your champion. Barring anything insane happening, but I really don't see that happening, do you?
I don't. Like I said, for us only to have one caution is really good, but I was anticipating a little more bumping and running.
Well, I mean, hey, maybe they're all playing nice because they know they're on camera.
Merck either just hit the wall or got really loose because he slid way down the track there.
Yeah, I saw that there. He might have gotten into the wall. Mitchell Reeves, 3.5 seconds back of Randy Arms still. Topper Dugas back out on track. Is he? No, I'm sorry. Ronald Klein, though, runs 11th, 2 laps down. And Andrew Fesden still running 10th. He might not be running 10th for long. It'll be potentially a battle between him and Travis Browder. What do you think of that one there?
I think Fez is fixing to attempt to go for that run. We haven't seen Travis run that much this season, but Fez has been pretty consistent, getting a little bit better, so I think he's going to get there. Andrew
Fesden, beautiful pit pass ASN machine, looking just to gain one more spot and secure his top 10. Well, he's kind of secured with Ronald Klein being 2 laps down, but secure it even more, you know? 50 laps in this time by, and still going to have a significant number of laps left, about 80 laps to go at the stripe. And it is some pretty good racing at the moment.
I'll tell you, I don't know if that damage might be doing something to Merck's car. Either that or his tires may be really starting to wear off, because I've seen him get extremely squirrely over a few of these past turns.
Well, you think about it, we've gone a pretty significant way without pitting. I know these cars only really pit once or twice a race. And, you know, you're lightening out the fuel load, tires are going out. I'm not surprised if these guys are getting loose, you know? You know, if you think about it like that, you know what I mean? But that would be my guess. And wow, Jeffrey Merck got way loose there. That could have gotten bad.
That could have went ugly rather quick.
That would have been really, really bad. And that was a really unfortunate situation for Jeffrey Merck there. But luckily, he didn't lose the spot. And even more luckily, he did not lose the race car, you know?
Yeah, I gotta say, that was one hell of a recovery for sure.
That would have been absolutely horrible had that would have happened.
Tell you what, that 38 of Bob Eldred is clearly making his presence known right back there behind Kevin Winter. I've seen him get on that back bumper a couple of times. Looked like a little bit of contact there in that last lap.
Yeah, and Kevin Winter is really, I think, just trying to hold on to every spot he can, because it looks like he's actually starting to fall off the map, you know?
Yeah, definitely seen that car falling back a good bit. Seeing Mitchell Reeves and Jeff Merck take off a little bit there from him, and, you know, Randy Arms still just the man of the hour.
Yeah, Randy Arms has not, there's not been a lap that he hasn't led here tonight, and I really don't anticipate that changing. Jeffrey Merck making the pass for second, but I don't think that's going to make a difference. It's almost a 4-second lead Randy Arms has. You know, I really don't see that happening I really don't see that having much of an effect on Randy Arms, because I don't see them closing that almost 4-second gap. What about you?
I don't see it happening. I can hear these guys probably thinking in their heads, you know, praying for a caution, but, you know, hoping they're not the caution for all that matters, trying to catch up any potential ground they can on Arms.
And right now, 60 laps in, 61 laps in, and Mitchell Reeves runs third, Kevin Winter fourth, Bob Eldred fifth. You think Bob will get by Kevin Winter here?
I think he's going to try. It doesn't look like his lap times are any faster, but I think he's kind of sitting back there in that catbird seat, and if Winter slips up even the slightest bit, he's going to go.
And right now, 62 laps in, I think you're right on that one. I think you're right on the money with that prediction. So, looking at the field, Randy Arms just doing a great job of things. Fesden trying to stay on the lead lap. That's going to become a factor soon. Arms going into 3. Fesden crossing the stripe. You know, you can see Fesden, or you can see Arms from Fesden's mirror. You know, this is really going to become a factor now, you know? I think
Yeah, but if anybody
lap
can weave
traffic's gonna
through
be a
lap
big
traffic,
factor.
it's going to be Randy Arms.
Well, yeah, Randy Arms is good at it, but it'll still
Pit.
potentially slow him up. And are we seeing cars pitting, you said?
Yes, I see Jeff Merck,
Merck
and
Reeves. Reeves is down pit lane with him. And so that'll be kind of interesting. Well, I'm not surprised. I think, what, one pit stop tonight here?
I would say so. And, you know, I can see Randy pushing it for everything he possibly can. He'll run out of gas before he'll, you know, make a bad pit call. A lot of contact there between Bob Eldred and Kevin Winter. If anything, maybe he's sitting back there just trying to pressure him, hoping he, you know, maybe possibly trying to make him overdrive that car.
And Randy Arms down pit lane. This might be the first lap of the night Randy doesn't lead. Kevin Winter now your leader, but he'll have to pit soon enough. So that's about the first time here, you know. That's about the first time tonight that Randy Arms isn't your leader. I think Kevin Winter going to stay out in front as long as he possibly can, you know.
Yeah, he's going to stretch it. He's good at pit calls, so I don't think I see him running out of fuel by any stretch, but he's going to try to sit out there and get every possible point that he can. Just as I say that, he ducks off into the pits as well.
And right now, 68 laps in. Kevin Winter down pit lane. Jeremy Crandell now getting to lead the show for a lap. He'll be pitting soon enough, I think. Now, you know, usually we see it in the cup cars and everything else. It's about the driver that pits third or so wounds up leading. Do you think it's going to be different in these super lates?
Not necessarily. We'll see a lot of lead changes, potentially, but tonight, like I said, these guys are keeping it extremely clean, and I think once Kevin Winter gets up to Randy Arms, I think that's just going to be your biggest battle of the night.
And right now, 71 laps in. It is all Jeremy Crandell at the moment. He'll have to pit soon. And when do you think... Oh, Travis Browder almost around. Getting instant replay. Look at that. I think that was contact with Randy Arms. It was. And if not for that inside retaining wall, that would have been a pretty nasty wreck.
Yeah, but that let Merck slip right up there behind Randy and gain a little bit of extra ground.
So that was a pretty unfortunate situation there. And right now you can see here, 72 laps in, Crandell pits, Fesden left to lead. Randy Arms 18 seconds back of Andrew Fesden. Of course, Fesden gonna have to pit soon enough, but it'll be nice for him. He'll get to have a lap led on the evening. And right here, there you go. So Fesden got the lap. And pretty good running here for Andrew Fesden. You know, you think he might have a strategy to pick up a better finish than what he started?
I think he's kind of riding it out, maybe making some of these guys use up a little bit more fuel and tires. But, I mean, he's got to be getting ready to pit here shortly because he's been out since that first caution. Haven't seen him duck. There he goes, off into the pits again.
Yep, so Fesden having to pit, as is now the pit cycle's completed. Randy Arms cycles back around to be your race leader. He will cycle back around. So that'll be good for Randy Arms. It'll leave Travis Browder and Jeremy Crandell laps down as well. So those drivers lost laps, which is new for them. as they were previously on the lead lap, but Randy Arms, your leader, and potentially going to walk away with the lead now, or the win. It'll be a pretty interesting situation to see. Well, what do you think of this race so far here tonight?
I think these guys are doing a really good job. Like I said, for only one caution, it's really surprising. We've seen a whole lot more this season, but, you know, they're keeping it clean. They're putting on a good show for us, but, I mean, Randy Arms is just hard to beat.
And right now, you can see here, 78 laps in, 79 at the stripe. It's some good racing right now. And Randy Arms having some pretty good strategy, but you notice the one problem with that pit cycle, deleted his 4-second lead down to about 8/10. Do you think he'll be able to build that one back up?
I don't think it's going to go back to 4 seconds. I mean, he's fast, but Merck apparently has something up his sleeve. He's really gunning for him. And he's steady running him down.
Yeah, Jeffrey Merck looking to try and pick up the win here tonight. The question is, can he do it? My bet's going to be maybe, depending on how well Randy Arms can run away with it again. You know, it took him a while to run away with it the first time, but he managed to do it. The question is, will he manage to do it again, you know?
Well, I'd be willing to bet money that he's not lifting.
Well, I don't think he's lifting either. And right now, 82 laps in. Just a handful of laps to go. Closing in on just 30 laps to go in a little bit. You know, who's your pick to win it here? I'm guessing Randy Arms.
Yeah, I can't bet against this guy. He's proved me so many times why he is the driver that he is. I've seen him take a lot of victories. I've seen him run from the back to the front. He's good.
Yeah, that is for sure. Definitely a great driver. I gotta go with Jeffrey Merck. You know, we see the trend. The driver that leads the most laps typically doesn't wind up winning the race. And doubly so if they're the most dominant driver in the beginning. It usually doesn't work out in their favor for the most part. So I've got to go with Jeffrey Merck, actually. Not to say that Randy Arms doesn't have a good shot at it. I hate to bet against him, but statistically, you know. Because Randy Arms, of course, great driver, very fast driver, but I just got that kind of feeling.
It's definitely not a bad feeling to have. I mean, like you said, he's got 2 wins, Randy's got 2 wins, Kevin Winter's got 2 wins, so they all have that capability for sure.
87 laps in, again, about 40 laps to go, so we're really winding down the night now.
I'll tell you, the biggest battle is going to be right back here between Mitch Reeves, Bob Eldred, and Kevin Winter. I mean, these 3 back here are just really, really fighting for everything they have. I think if Winter can get around Eldred, he's going to get a good run right there with Mitch, and they're going to try to push their way as hard as they can back to gain up some of this 6.5 seconds that they're behind.
Yeah, right now, 88 laps in, and Kevin Winter trying to get by Bob Eldred, as you mentioned, on his quarter panel. And side by side, does Winter get the pass? Yes, he does. Does it stick? Yes, it does. Good pass there. Ronald Klein trying to do the same as well. And the question, of course, will Ronald Klein manage to make it happen?
To get back both laps that he's down, I don't foresee it happening. Possibly one, but I definitely don't see it.
And right now, it is the current race leader, still Randy Arms, but that lead down to half a second, it's looking more and more likely that we could see, Jeffrey Burke win this race. Looking really good for Jeff Merck at the moment.
Yeah, one of my first driver spotlights I did was Jeff Merck after he took the championship for Lugnuts. And when I asked him who his biggest on-track competition was or who would be his ultimate win, and he said it would be to win over Randy Arms. So I'm wondering if he waits till the championship race to try to get that last little hump and victory off.
And right now, 94 in. Randy Arms still your leader. He's led 83 laps of this race. Jeffrey Merck in second still. Everyone else kind of single file. The race kind of evened itself out, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they're pretty staggered out through the field. We don't see a lot of side-by-side action yet, but I think before it's over, I mean, still 55 laps to go, there's going to be some kind of Hail Mary come out of somewhere, and I don't know if that's going to be from Kevin Winter trying to get past Mitchell Reeves, or if that's going to be Jeff Merck trying to get past Randy Arms in some kind of attempt to get up front.
Yeah, right now, 97 laps in at the stripe. Or 96, 97 at the stripe. It is still Jeffrey Merck in second and still trying to close that gap. And look at this, Ken Richardson, Justin Michael battle for position.
I don't think that's really going to mess with Randy and Jeff so much, but I see that helping out our guys, back from third on Mitchell Reeves, Kevin Winter. These guys are back, over 7 seconds behind. And, just as I say that, Crandall gets really loose, and that's going to put Randy past him.
Yep, that it will. So Randy Arms gets by the lap car. Now it's going to be Jeff Merck having to do the same. Merck's going to have to take kind of a hard way around. That's going to let Randy open that gap up. And right now you can see Randy Arms gap opens to almost a full second now. That lap car really damaged the situation for Jeffrey Merck. So that's going to make it a lot harder for Jeffrey Merck to get the pass. And 30 laps to go right now. Ken Richardson got by Justin Michael, it looks like. And Travis Browder still trying to get up to him. So at the moment, the $1 million question being, do you see Jeffrey Merck getting by Randy Arms?
As bad as I want to say yes, I'm going to say no. But I don't know why. I just have that gut feeling that Randy's going to take the win.
Not a bad feeling to have. Randy Arms, again, dominant driver, led 92 laps and most likely going to wind up leading 100 laps here tonight. But just watching this kind of unfold. Again, the lap cars are a big factor here. Randy Arms got stuck up behind one. That was Fesden. And it helped Merck close the gap a little bit, but Fessenden, you know, very quickly gained way or gave way and let him get by, you know? So that was the problem there for Merck. So Merck's going to have to hope Randy gets stuck behind another lap car to gain a lot of ground and to gain ground quickly as well.
You know, every situation that's arised, it seemed like Randy's kind of came out on top. And if anything, left Merck kind of the short end of the deal because he was able to get past the cars, you know, pretty quick. And, you know, Merck kind of had to not second guess himself, but check up just a good bit coming through there, leaving Randy to get, you know, over a second lead over him now.
Yeah, that's for sure. And 23 at the stripe. Race really starting to wind down here. You can see here with 23 laps to go, it is about, again, a second interval between these two drivers. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be really, really hard for Randy Arms to lose this race. That, I think, is going to be the big takeaway here. It's going to be very hard for Randy Arms to wind up losing this race, in my opinion.
Yeah, Bob Eldridge is coming really hard for Kevin Winter, though. He's been on his back bumper for the last couple of laps, and he's kind of peeking his head out just a little bit, trying to see if he has that opportunity to go for the pass, and I think he's going to before long.
20 laps here. Bob Eldridge taking a look at him. Yep, right on the back bumper. Not happening just yet. But that pass will happen probably pretty soon. So just watching these cars kind of roll around. And Bob Eldridge trying to get to the back bumper. There's the bump. They bumped fenders there, but they didn't make the pass happen. There was a bit of a fender bump, but no pass there. And right now, 18 laps to go.
Yeah, with under 20 to go, it looks like Merck has gained a little bit more ground. Randy's lost a good bit of his lead. Merck's only a little over a half a second behind him, so, I mean, he's gunning for him.
Yeah, that is for sure. And it's just 17 laps to go here. $16 now, and Jeffrey Merck right there. This could be a battle for the lead. Keyword, of course, could be a battle for the lead. It isn't quite yet. Just waiting on it to start to play out, and the question's going to be, do you think it will play out to be one?
I definitely see a Hail Mary coming up at some point. Not yet, but I think in the closing laps, Merck's going to try everything he can to get past him.
Right now, just watching these cars rocking around the track. All over the back bumper here. 13 to go.
I think if anything, Randy is just eating this up because, I mean, he's got good competition here going for the lead. He's not just running away with it. He's not having to, you know, overthink and overdrive. He's just really got a good, clean race going on behind him. And, I mean, Merck is just doing a phenomenal job back there behind him.
Yeah, Randy Arms has been in a position to win this race, since I'd say the drop of the green flag, you think about it, he's just had the car to beat. But that lap car, that I believe is the 16, Ken Richardson, that's going to be a wrench in the plan for Randy Arms. Does Ken Richardson yield? Yes, he does. Jeffrey Merck gets by him as well. He does not interfere in that battle. I was really worried about where Merck was going to catch him there. If he had caught him coming off the corner, that could have gone really poorly for Jeff Merck. So they stay about consistent. And still not good for Randy Arms. Jeffrey Merck within striking distance, 10, count them to go. So here's my question to you. With 10 laps to go, when, if at all, do we see Jeffrey Merck make that pass?
Within the last, I'm going to say 4 laps.
So you're saying he's going to wait till the bitter end for this?
I think he's going to try. Like I said, Randy's got to be eating this up because, it's got to feel good not to run away with it. Ultimately, yeah, you want to be out there running away with it, but if you don't have any kind of competition, how exciting is this for you? But, he's had Merck get right up there on his bumper, fall back a little bit, and still going.
Yeah, without a doubt. And again, the championship pretty much locked up with Kevin Winter. So you look at Randy Arms just got into the wall, 7 laps to go. That's going to be a factor. That could have done it. That could be, Jeffrey Merck got loose. Never mind. So they both had a pretty big issue happen there. Getting to the tail end of this run, both these drivers having problems. Both of these drivers, the end of the fuel run, the end of the tire run, these cars are loose, they're tight, they're everything in between. And these drivers having to combat all of that. 5 laps to go right here. Looking through the field, looks like Justin Michael trying to get by, or no, never mind. I thought he was trying to get by Kevin Winter, but Kevin Winter locked in a battle with, it looks like, Ronald Klein and Bob Eldred still. Eldred got by Kevin Winter at some point, now in 3rd. So, Katie, 4 laps to go. What do you make of this situation out in front?
I think Randy's just waiting on him. He's really wanting him to try for that pass, but I don't see the speed or momentum in the car yet.
Well, the question now is going to be, is there anything that Jeffrey Merck can do? There's a pretty decent gap, about a car length, maybe 2, between your leaders. So, now you're starting to get into the territory of, is there enough time? Jeffrey Merck's really got to put the move on if he has anything for Randy Arms. That's the next big thing. Is there even anything there?
That I don't know. He's been running really good back there in 2nd, and he's been running hard. I don't think he's overdriven that car any, but he's got to have some serious fall off.
Yeah, and Randy Arms has been fighting it too. We've seen with 1 lap to go now, I don't know if Jeffrey Merck, A, is close enough, or B, even has anything there. Lap car is going to be a non-factor. They're going to get to the stripe before they get to the lapper. Merck's got to dive it in deep. I don't think he's going to have a chance at it. He tries.
I don't see it either.
Randy Arms leads 120 laps tonight en route to victory. He gets it in the last race of the season. Victory number 3 for the Super Late Model 2019 season. Jeff Merck giving a little congratulatory nudge, and of course Kevin Winter winning the championship. So the way we'll do the interviews tonight, we'll interview Randy Arms, Jeffrey Merck, and then our champion, Kevin Winter. So that's how we'll do the interviews after an exciting finish to the 2019 A season. I say A season because I'm assuming we'll still have a second small season in 2019, or maybe it'll extend into 2020. But the 2019 season comes to a close. Randy Arms winning the race. I'll let you get that interview in, Katie.
Well, Randy Arms, parked up in Victory Lane. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, that was a good race. I really thought old Merck was going to get to me there at the end, but I was able to hold him off, so we'll take it.
Hey, a victory's a victory. And I said it kind of earlier in the broadcast. This has got to be an exciting race for you. One, because, I mean, obviously you're out front. But two, you're not absolutely running away with this race. I mean, you had some serious competition there for a while.
Yeah, I say first run there, I got I don't know, probably about a half a straightaway, I think, or so gap. And I felt good, and then I saw those guys go down pit road, so I knew I had to come soon. And the old Merc, he was fast there at the end, and I mean, it was, if I would have, messed up once, he would have been right there. So it was a good race. I had fun this year in these cars, and hopefully brings them back.
Well, we can only hope so. I mean, you've been phenomenal on short tracks. Not that you've been anything less than amazing on anything else, but getting this win tonight, championship night, like I said, it's got to feel good. Any sponsors, anyone in particular you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Octane Race Products. Then I want to thank League for putting on these races. They do a great job over here, and it's always a blast. And I also want to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast tonight.
Well, it was definitely a good run-in for you, and I mean, y'all did a phenomenal job putting on a run for these folks at home. So, like I said, congratulations on that win, and we'll definitely, I'm sure, see you back later on this week.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, and we'll get a word in now with second place finisher, none other than Jeffrey Merck. He finishes second in the race and second in the championship standings. Jeff Merck, if you got a copy on me.
I do.
Well, I mean, hey, you put on a great show, but you finished second on both fronts. Still got to feel pretty good, I got to say. Imagine.
Yeah. I had about 2 or 3 races throughout the season. I wish I could have got back, but I mean, that's part of running for championship. You got to be consistent. So I think I got 3 wins, a couple top 3 finishes. Finishing second to Squeak. I don't like it, but he's one of the best drivers in here. So if you can run with him, you're doing something.
Now, how did that car run for you tonight?
It was good for the most part. Pretty loose off the throttle. I mean, on the throttle coming off the corner. Me and Squeak, or Randy Arms, as the YouTube world might know him, he'd make a mistake. 2 laps later, I'd make a mistake. He'd make a mistake. 2 laps later, I'd make a mistake. And we just did that back and forth. I think we were running identical lap times for the last 80 laps.
All right. Well, anyone you want to thank, sponsors, that kind of thing?
Yeah, Winn-Dixie, Lone Wolf Motorsports. Got some things in the work. Don't think. I guess I can break the news on ASN. I don't think Lone Wolf is going to make it much longer. I think a larger team is in discussions with buying Lone Wolf Motorsports. So, not sure which team that'll be yet, but definitely got a few irons in the fire.
Well, hey, I mean, always good to be able to get with more drivers and share more data. So, be interesting to see if how that'll pan out for you in the Winter Series.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'm still in discussions with a couple of teams. We'll see what comes of it.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us, man, and best of luck to you going into the 2019-2020 season.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks for talking to us. All right. Last up on the interview block, it is Kevin Winter. We'll save the best for last. It is our championship interview. He finished in 4th. Katie Dugas has it.
Well, Kevin Winter, you have officially been crowned the champion. Gotta feel good.
Oh yeah, it's been a battle, but we're glad we got it.
Now, you had some pretty heated battles going on. We saw you trade some issues back there with Bob Eldred. Did you think at any point you had the chance to get back up front, towards some of our leaders?
We had a lot of fast guys come out tonight, and we just couldn't wrap our head around this setup. Just had a really tough time keeping the left front from locking up. We ended up just using up our stuff too early in both those runs. And yeah, we were getting beat up from behind. We did our best to try to keep what position we can get, and no harm, no foul. It's hard racing. You're gonna get that out there, and we did our best. We try to keep the best position we can get, and we finished 4th, and I can be happy with it.
Hey, a 4th place finish, still gets you the championship title. I can personally say this has been an extremely exciting 8 weeks. Can we see the super late models coming back again next season?
I hope so. I think it was a good turnout. Maybe we'll maybe extend the season a few races a little longer. We'll get maybe a couple more day races, because this is the first day race in this season, and we couldn't have asked for better racing. We had probably battles all the way through the field and spread out. We had some pit strategy. I think I might have pitted a little too late and screwed that up for myself, but I think we'll look into it, and we'll switch the tracks up a little bit. Let's tune in and we'll see what we do.
Yeah, if anything, we definitely picked the right night to be on a broadcast, because I have to say it was a phenomenal show. You bring home 4th, the championship title. Any sponsors, anyone in particular you want to thank for not only your championship, but all the great runs this season, and the guys who have shown up?
I just want to thank all the participants and all the members that come out to support the series, and you guys for coming out tonight for doing the championship broadcast. And I know you guys put your time in. And sitting here watching us race, and John and Ronald for everything they do for the Loose Lugnuts League, and getting everything straightened up for the upcoming winter season, which starts in 2 days this Thursday. So it's pretty exciting. We'll see what kind of start we get.
With shameless plug, you can also catch most of it on the American Sim Network, Trucks and the Xfinity Series, Thursday and Saturday nights. So, with that being said, once again, congratulations on your championship. Hope to see you back to defend it next season.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
All right, folks, and from all of us at the American Sim Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We'll see you all in the next one, which, of course, as we mentioned, will be, it'll be tomorrow night, Wednesday, Fairbury Speedway. You don't want to miss it. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you then.